Beginning of the story, we see a simple boy named Tim living with his family in a beautiful house near the sea. His family was as lovely as him. His father was an extremely cool-headed man. His mother also loved him a lot, and his younger sister Kit Kat was the life of the whole house. His uncle was quite strange. He was a bit of a lost soul but was good at heart. Every year there was a party at their house on New Year. Everyone used to celebrate with joy. That year too it was the same. The next day after the party, Tim's father called him and said that, "Today you have turned 21. Your grandfather had called me like this, just like I have called you today." Tim directly asked if there was any special reason. His father, as always, told him with a calm smile, "The men in our family have a secret. We can time travel, meaning we can only go back in time, not forward." Tim first thought that his father was joking, but his father said that I also thought the same at first. Just go to a dark place, close your fist and think hard about the time you want to go back to. Tim thought that if this turns out to be a joke, I will never forgive you, Papa. But now his interest was aroused. He went inside the room, clenched his fist, and started thinking about the New Year party last night. When he woke up, he saw that he was wearing the same clothes that he had worn in the party. The same music was coming from outside. He went down and saw everything that happened in the party yesterday. This time he did not repeat the mistakes of the previous day. Then he came back to his present time and met Papa and said that this really works. His father smiled and asked him what he would do with this power. Tim said that first of all he wanted money and fame. Hearing this, his father immediately stopped him. "Never do this. Your grandfather also thought the same. In the end he was left with nothing. I have never seen a very rich man happy." But Tim said that if he gets money then he will not have to work for the rest of his life. His father replied very simply that never run away from work. "Look at your uncle. He also thought that time travel will solve everything. And could he do that? Everyone knows how bad his condition is today." Tim was listening to him carefully. Then his father told him one last time to use this power for something special, for something that is really important. Now Tim thought that he would first use this power to find love. After some time, Tim's younger sister Kit Kat's boyfriend, Jimmy, brought a girl home. Her name was Charlotte. She came to stay with them for 2 months. Charlotte was very beautiful. Tim immediately fell in love with her. He tried to win her heart in every way. He played tennis with her, went for a walk, spent time with her. Now when it was time for Charlotte to go back, Tim went to her room and expressed his love to her. But Charlotte said that if you had said this a month ago, then maybe something could have happened. But this excuse was not going to work in front of Tim. Tim immediately went to his cupboard and went back a month, and then expressed his love to Charlotte in the same way. This time Charlotte smiled and said, "I wish you had asked this a day earlier." Hearing this excuse, Tim understood that no matter how many times he goes into the past, Charlotte does not love him. He hardened his heart and accepted that even with time travel he cannot change anyone's heart. The next day Charlotte left, and after a few days Tim also went to London, Loki, to start practice and find love. There he started living with a friend of his father, Harry, who was a theater artist. 6 months passed but no girl came into Tim's life. One day he went to a restaurant with a friend. There he met Mary. Both of them kept talking for some time. The conversation became deep and Tim took her number. While giving the number, Mary said that, "I hope we will meet again." That night, Tim was very happy. When he went home, he saw that Harry was in a very bad mood. He told that today there was my play, but an actor forgot his dialogue, after which the play got spoiled. The whole audience got up and left. Now very bad reviews of the play will come and my work will be ruined. Seeing his uncle's condition, Tim decided that he will help him. Now he reached a few hours earlier and made the actor memorize the dialogue on time. This time the play went very smoothly, which made Harry very happy. On the other hand, Tim was also very happy with Mary's arrival in his life. But when he checked Mary's number on his phone after the night of the play, his heart broke. The number was not there in his phone. This is because this time he did not live that moment with Mary. When he had to meet Mary, he was making the actor memorize the lines. Now Tim started thinking how to go back in time. If I go back, Uncle's play will flop. He was helpless because both things were happening at the same time. Now he did not have any contact with Mary. One day while reading the newspaper, he remembered that Mary liked Kate Moss a lot, and she worked in an art gallery. Tim immediately went to the same gallery and kept waiting for her there every day for a week. Mary came there after a week, but when Tim tried to talk to her, she did not recognize him. For Mary, this was their first meeting, but for Tim, it was their second. Tim casually invited her and her friend for coffee, and both of them agreed at that time. While talking on the coffee table, Tim asked Mary if she had a boyfriend. Mary replied with a smile that she had one a week ago. Tim was shocked to hear this and said that this is not possible. Mary found this question very strange. Before their conversation could proceed further, Mary's boyfriend arrived there. His name was Rupert. Tim was not happy at all to see this, but still he tried to act normal and asked, "Where did you both meet?" Mary replied that it was at a boring party. And where was that party? Mary's friend told that the party was at her house. Tim showed some impatience and asked for Mary's friend's address. Mary and her friend felt a little awkward on hearing this, but Tim handled the situation by saying that he likes to know things in detail. Hearing this, her friend gave the address. Tim immediately went back in time and reached the time of that party. When he reached there, the party was going on, but Rupert had not yet arrived. Mary was standing alone in a corner. She looked a little sad. Tim went to her and started talking to her about things he liked. He was meeting Mary for the first time, but he had met Mary twice before. He said that I also like Kate Moss very much, and I know you are getting bored in this party. Mary was a little surprised but was also impressed by his words. She also said that yes, this party is very boring. Should we go to a bar? Both of them went out of the party. On the other hand, poor Rupert was just entering the party, but he did not know that the girl who was going to be his girlfriend was taken away by someone else. But this time Tim had changed everything. After dinner, Tim dropped Mary home. The closeness between the two grew. They both came very close to each other, but things did not happen as Tim had thought. So Tim thought of trying it one more time. He went back in time and started reliving that night again and again, until it became absolutely perfect. Now he had completely impressed Mary. They both started calling each other every day. Their love deepened with time. Tim started feeling that Mary was the girl with whom he could spend his life. After some time, Tim proposed to Mary for marriage. Mary said yes without any hesitation. Tim took Mary to his home and introduced her to his family. Everyone liked Mary very much. When everyone was sitting at the dinner table, Tim said that we have decided that we will get married. On hearing this, a wave of happiness spread among all of them. Along with this, Tim also told everyone that he was going to become a father. It is their saying that they become fathers even before they get married. The wedding day came and a lot of things got wet. Sometimes it started raining. Sometimes some people's speeches got messed up. Tim personally didn't care much about these things, but he wanted Mary to have the wedding of her dreams. And so he kept time traveling again and again to make everything perfect. And finally the wedding was complete. After the marriage, Tim and Mary had a daughter. Both of them loved her very much. Tim's life was going very well. He had reduced going back in time a lot, because now he did not need to fix things, because according to him everything in his life was perfect. One day it was Tim's daughter's birthday. The whole family gathered in their new house, but Kit Kat, Tim's younger sister, had not yet come. When Tim saw her boyfriend Jimmy instead of Kit Kat, he was shocked. Tim asked him where Kit Kat was. Jimmy sadly told that she was drunk. We both had a fight and then she took the car and left. I don't know where she has gone. Tim got worried, and after some time he came to know that Kit Kat had met with an accident. There were marks of injuries on her face. He realized for the first time that he was so busy in his life that he did not pay attention to his sister's troubles. Kit Kat was broken from inside. All the relationships were just ruining her life. She became depressed and started drinking a lot. After some time, Kit Kat started getting better. Tim held her hand and said that you are as important to me as my wife. He also told Kit Kat his secret that I can time travel. He told Kit Kat this to win her trust. He told Kit Kat that whatever you want to change in the past, I can change it. I have done this for myself many times. He decided that he would give his sister a new chance. He held Kit Kat's hand and said, "Come with me." Now both of them went into the darkness, hiding behind the cupboard. Kit Kat still felt that all this was a joke. Tim decided to do something different that day. He held his sister's hand and took her straight back in time to the same New Year's party. He softly said that this is the same night that changed your life. Kit Kat was a little confused. There was restlessness on her face, but she did not leave Tim's hand. Both of them were standing at the entrance of that party. The music was playing loudly. People were dancing. After a while, Jimmy came with his flirty gestures as if he did not care about the world. She saw that Jimmy was flirting with some other girl. At first, Kit Kat was confused, but then anger started appearing on her face. She went ahead and went to Jimmy and, without thinking anything, slapped him hard on his cheek. Jimmy was shocked. He could not understand why he was slapped. Kit Kat kept looking at him for some time but did not say anything. It was visible from her face that things were now becoming clear in her mind. She ended all her old feelings with that slap. On the other hand, Tim realized that Kit Kat was now ready to move on from that relationship. Now that she had left Jimmy, her future had also changed. After a while, they came back to the present time. Tim saw that Kit Kat was looking very calm. There was a peace in her eyes. Now Kit Kat was with one of her close friends, Jay. Jay was a very nice boy. Tim saw that now his sister was really happy. Tim was very happy, thinking that he had finally set his sister's life right. But his happiness did not last long. When Tim went to his daughter Posy, he saw that Posy was not there. Instead, there was a boy in her place who was his son. Seeing this, Tim's heart sank. He understood that he had gone to change Kit Kat's life before Posy was born. So now his life had changed so much that his daughter was never born. Instead, a boy was born whom he did not even know. Because he did not spend a single moment with him, there was panic on his face. He immediately went to Mary and asked, "Where is Posy?" Mary got into deep thought on hearing this name, because she did not have any daughter named Posy. Seeing all this, Tim's heart broke. He thought, how can I get her back? He immediately went to his father to seek his advice. His father explained to him, "Son, I should have told you earlier. If you go back in time before your child was born and change anything, then your child will also change. His DNA, his identity, everything. This is the biggest risk of time travel." This thing fell on Tim's heart like a stone. Posy was a big part of his life. Her existence was Tim's happiness. So Tim decided that he would have to find some other way to change Kit Kat's life. And he did not use time travel. Whatever was happening, let it happen. Now Kit Kat had a car accident again. Tim and Mary went to meet her in the hospital. But this time Tim was calm, because he knew that his sister's life had become normal. He knew that Kit Kat was growing in love for Jay. True love. After some time, they both started loving each other. This gave Kit Kat the emotional support she needed. Tim thought that to change some relationships, they have to give time. Shortcuts can only change the destination, but the journey has to be completed. Some more time passed, and now Tim and Mary had another child, a son. Now they had two lovely children, Posy and her younger brother. Tim's family was now complete. There was happiness all around. But life is never perfect. One day Tim came to know that his father had cancer. He had only a few weeks left. Tim was shocked to hear this. He went to him and asked if anything could be changed. His father smiled and said that, "I cannot quit smoking, friend. It is very difficult for me. This is the reason behind you and your sister being born. Your mother liked to smoke in my style. This is how I wooed her. If she changes that, everything will change." Tim understood that sometimes some habits, some mistakes, some problems also become the reason for a good story. His father told him another secret, that I live every day twice. The first time like a normal person, in stress and routine. The second time by going back in time with complete peace and love. You also try it. You will think according to this, I am at least 200 years old. Well, Tim started doing the same. He started living each day twice. The first time like a normal person, the second time with complete happiness. In this way, every moment became like a dream for him. But there came a day which Tim did not want to live again. The day of his father's death. That day was very bad. Mary consoled him, put her hand on his shoulder. He knew that he could go back and meet his father once. And he did that too. Whenever he felt sad, he would go back in time, walk on the seashore and talk to his father. He would talk to him. He would relive those moments with him. Then one day Mary suddenly said that, "Tim, I want another child." Hearing this, Tim became silent. Immediately a thought came to his mind. If another child is born, then he will never be able to meet his father again. He hid his feelings and said okay. Mary got pregnant and Tim decided that he will meet his father one last time. He went back in time and told his father that now he will not be able to come back. This is the last time. His father held his hand and said, "Come with me. Let's go back to your childhood days once. If we don't change anything, then nothing will go wrong." Both of them went to the seashore where Tim was a small child. Both of them made a sand castle together. They kept playing with the waves. There was only love in that moment. Lots of love. This moment was beyond time. After this, Tim came back to the present. And after that day, he stopped time traveling. He started living every day like a gift. He started finding happiness in every moment. A sip of tea, an old tune, Posey's drawings, the light of Mary's eyes. Everything seemed priceless to him. And this is where Tim's story ended. A man who had control over time. But in the end, he found happiness only by accepting time.